Hay que no tía, digo. Ah,
Ready. Empiezo entonces. Hola a todos, muy buenos días, gracias por conectarse. Bienvenidos a Encuentro Creativo. En unos minutos daremos inicio. Nuevamente buenos días, les doy la bienvenida a quienes están incorporando a esta conferencia. Es un placer que estén con nosotros. En unos minutos daremos inicio. Veo que cada vez se van incorporando más. Muy buenos días a todos. Es un gusto que nos vuelvan a acompañar en esta gran ponencia. Bienvenidos. Buenos días a todos, bienvenidos. Gracias por estar aquí en nuestro tercer evento de Encuentro Creativo. Good morning, everyone. En unos minutos daremos inicio. Recuerden que reciben durante la conferencia el link para que puedan registrarse y puedan tener su certificado de asistencia.
One, two, three,
Nuevamente, bienvenidos a todos. Es un placer que nuevamente nos acompañen. Gracias por estar aquí. A nombre de la Cámara de Comercio Italiana en México, les doy la más cordial bienvenida a esta presentación que forma parte de la tercera edición de Encuentro Creativo, que es un proyecto de la Cámara Italiana apoyado por la Embajada de Italia en México. El objetivo de Encuentro Creativo, ustedes saben, es promover la oferta académica italiana en México. Les doy una calurosa bienvenida a esta gran sesión titulada Beyond Tomorrow, Empowering Next Business and Professional Opportunities. Tenemos el honor de tener hoy con nosotros a Ricardo Costa por parte del Instituto Marangoni. El Instituto Marangoni fue fundado en 1935 en Milán, Italia, como Instituto Artístico del Aviliamiento Marangoni. En el 2020 la escuela alcanzó un logro especial, cumpliendo 85 años de historia y un éxito sin precedentes en la formación de los principales profesionales de la moda, el arte y el diseño en todo el mundo. El Instituto Marangoni ha formado a 4 generaciones de estudiantes de los 5 continentes y ha lanzado a más de 45,000 profesionales en el campo de la moda y el lujo. En la actualidad, la escuela tiene campus en Milán, en Florencia, en París, en Londres, en Shanghai, en Shenzhen, en Mumbai y en Miami. Forma colectivamente a 4,000 estudiantes de 107 países cada año. Bueno, ahora quiero presentarles a ustedes a nuestro gran invitado, a Ricardo. Ricardo Costa, es un honor que esté con nosotros el día de hoy. Él nació en Asmara, Eritrea, es casado con 2 hijos, estudió en la Universidad de Bolonia y Herisau, cursó el máster en MLux, en gestión de lujo, Unicat en Milán, y cursos de estudios y gestión en INSEAD, CEDEP, London Business School. Su carrera profesional comenzó en el comercio minorista en las Standard Debt Store.
Department
Excuse me?
store. Department store.
I don't know the name.
It's like the Palazzo de Hierro.
Okay, perfect. And you continue in L'Oréal Perfumes, en la división de lujo de fragancias, Estée Lauder Group y LVMH. También fue parte de Givenchy Perfumes. A esta experiencia laboral le siguió una experiencia internacional en la sede central de Versace y el grupo PGM como director de licencias mientras iniciaba 3 nuevas empresas, 2 de las cuales se vendieron. Hoy en día es el CEO fundador de una empresa de distribución de productos de belleza, consultor para varias empresas y parte del Quick Off Team para el desarrollo de cursos de negocios de perfumería y cosmética como BA y Masters. Bueno, sin más, démosle la bienvenida a Ricardo. Ricardo, it's a pleasure to be here and welcome to Encuentro Creativo.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you to be invited here on behalf of Istituto Marangoni. I'm very happy to be here. Try to showcase something about the beauty, because to us is a very wonderful world and is also challenging. If I can, I would like to share my screen because I have a short presentation that I would like to showcase today. Okay. So we will have the chance to see what is happening in this field, because it's not an easy market. The ground is very complicated and very fragmented. So also the competition is very high. It's very important because the number and the figure that we will see, we are talking about billions. So it's very huge. We will see also the innovation, the spotlight, because we talk also about finance. It's strange to talk about beauty and finance, but it's something that is moving in this sense. The growth and the future change, exclusive experience and customer psychology, because moreover, the experience, the word experience in the beauty is common and is also a key word. And we will also analyze the 3 kinds of business model versus brand notoriety. Then conclusion and outlook. First of all, I would like also to talk about a market that is something very big to us, because we are talking about 500 billions of US dollar, where the luxury, the selective perfumery, and the niche is more or less between 40 and 45%. So it's a very huge market. Then also the new merger acquisition that we saw in the last few months is something that has a multiplier very big, like a stellar evaluation that we do not see since years. Because if we take in consideration the last acquisition of Kering's, about Credo, we are talking about 14 times. That also in fashion is something that we do not see usually. Then we will see also the growth in this case in the European market, and also in the worldwide market by countries. And we will see that in 5 years, we think to achieve more or less $700 billion. So it's really, really something very competitive. And then we will see also what the AE and also SG problem will introduce in this segment. So starting talking about beauty, the first thing that we are thinking is something that is visible, is tangible. And we are talking about makeup and skincare that are two things that are used to increase the beauty in the ladies. So it's something that you use increase, but there is also another more subtle things that is the perfume, that is something that is really linked to your skin, and with also a sense that after you were born is the first sense that link you to the ones we love. I would like to showcase you a short video. I took this video from the perfume of Shuskin that gives you also the opportunity to understand what is the perfume and what is the important to have this kind of product. So the perfume, since a long time ago, was really important because the first time that we know about perfume was in the ancient age, so the Egyptian and the Greek. That was this perfume was for the god, and also for the people that was passing away, in order to provide a good way for their new life. Then we move in the ancient time. In the Middle Age, where we had some trouble because started the alchemists, so was linked to the big problems with the church and so. And we find the good times in the Renaissance, when a lady, Caterina de' Medici, that was the daughter of Lorenzo de' Medici, that I hope you know, that was Lorenzo il Magnifico, a big merchant of arts and also a very big VIP man in Florence. They start up with René Le Florentin, René Bianco. They went to Paris. She became the wife of the Duke of d'Orléans, and they start with the first fragrances in order to have a private mood, also a private, a private second skin that was giving the opportunity to be different from the other one. Then move in the classic age was becoming till the 18th century, where the second important discovery was Giovanni Maria Farina, that was discovering the eau de cologne. Before the eau de cologne, that is one of the lightness of the perfume, that we were using Eau d'Essence, that was the most complicated and very heavy fragrances, or oils. This opportunity to discover this eau de cologne was also the starting point to building business. So after Giovanni Maria Farina, we started in the Belle Époque, where we discover Coty, that is one of the oldest, like Rochas, like Lanvin, even Chanel. And then we move in the today's fragrances, where we have the next generation Z that is changing the rules. And here you can see a quick overview of the history till today, where we can see Givenchy and also Paco Rabanne. So we were saying that is a very important market because it's expected to reach in 2031 about 660 billion euros. So it's really a big market. So if we take in consideration the automotive, we are talking about half of this market, or 40% about this market. So if you can think that one car is costing thousands of euro, we are talking about perfume that is cost hundreds of euros. So the quantity of the products is very huge. The market, I highlighted the Latin America, is the market that is expected till 2027 that will grow better, so about 12% each year in order to grow and to be a very huge market. Here you can see that the first market that we are taking in consideration is US, because North America is the biggest one, if we take in consideration. China is the second one that is leading, and also Western Europe is the third one. Then Asia Pacific, excluding China, is mostly skincare and makeup. Here you can see the progression between today, more or less, the analysis was done in April 2023. Now, probably with the recent history, probably something will change, but anyway, this is the forecast that a lot of companies plan to grow in the incoming year. When we are talking about beauty, we need to understand that we are mainly talking about luxury. So luxury, we will see what is luxury. But in this marketing, the luxury, so the perfume, the selective perfumery and the niche perfumery count around 46% last year and will be stable in the incoming year. So from 46 to 44 is a very huge number. What is luxury and what is not? If when we are talking about ultra luxury, we are talking about fragrances or skincare that they are above 3,000 euros. So we are talking about La Prairie, fragrances like Guerlain. And for color cosmetics makeup, we do not have any for the moment, but I'm sure that in the coming year, probably something will happen, because if you saw the new makeup of Hermès, probably this will open this kind of opportunity. True luxury, we are talking about the high selective and the niche market like La Mer, Byredo, Clé de Peau. Prestige is something that between, for the skincare, $80 to $200. SK2. Then fragrances, we are talking about Dior, Yves Saint Laurent in color cosmetics, entry prestige, masstige, and mass market. That is giving the idea of what is the mass market. That is also a huge market too. This is only to have an idea by seeing what is the pyramid of this kind of market. So you see in the niche, we set all the brands that they are very, they have a reduced distribution, so very limited. I set also Louis Vuitton that for the year to date, they have fragrances and beauty only in their retail. So they do not have any doors outside.
Ricardo,
yes.
Sorry for the interruption, but we cannot see the presentation. It looks a little bit blurred. I don't know if it's your signal. We can try to share the screen again, please.
Yes, of course. This one you see?
No, we don't see anything.
Oh, come on.
The last presentation, this one, we can see it, but the next ones, it seems like we cannot see the numbers or the text. Now we can see it.
You see now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no.
was the explanation that you can see maybe properly? So I was explaining that the ultra luxury, that is more or less, we call also niche, were took by La Prairie, Guerlain, and for color cosmetic, we do not have any. Probably Hermès will be one of the first that will start this kind of opportunity. Then we have the true luxury, that is La Mer, Byredo, and Clé de Peau. The prestige market, the selective market, is something that we understand, SK2, Dior, or Yves Saint Laurent in the color cosmetics. Entry prestige is something that is more open. So we are talking about Shiseido, Hugo Boss, Bobbi Brown. And then we have Masstige, Kiehl's, Kenzo, Clinique, that is more affordable, and at the end, the mass market. Then I was showcasing this one, I hope you can see. Maybe it's a little bit heavy. It's a pyramid. Do you see the pyramid?
We cannot see it. Like it's a little bit. No, we can see it. Maybe it's a signal. Yes,
it's the signal, because probably it's a little bit heavy because there are a lot of logos. So this is to showcase with by eyes what is to us the niche market, the prestige, masstige, and mass market. So I put also, I was saying, two new things. That one is Louis Vuitton, that made the fragrances only for their retail because thanks to that, they can provide a better experience for their final customers. And you see also the circle that is something devoted to Generation Z. So Fenty and Kylie Cosmetics is something that was booming in the last 5 years, and they have a very high quotation in terms of turnover and number, evaluation in terms of business. And then we have the selective, the prestige market that all of us know, so La Prairie, Estée Lauder, Saint Laurent, whatever. And midway, there is also Dior, Hermès, Chanel, Tom Ford, that they are providing some experience and some product that they move to niche. Then we have the Mastige with Claire and all the other one, and so. So we move to another one, growth and future change. So I hope you can see this chart. This is the market divided by channel. So what is expecting in the incoming year that grow more is travel retail and e-commerce. As you can see, the barrier was for e-commerce was almost double the digit in 2019, 2020 due to the COVID time. And the same decrease, because people doesn't travel due to the COVID, was the decreasing of the travel retail that will take the same ratio, the same quota in the incoming years. So this means that people are started to travel, are started to have holidays outside. So this is the meaning why they will recover so fast. In order to showcase what are the distribution, so the international chain, we can say that Sephora, in my opinion, is the hugest and the strongest. Then there is Douglas that is mainly devoted to Europe, Germany and Europe, Marionnaud, France, and all across Europe. Sasa is more devoted in the Asia, and Boots is UK, and more or less pharmacy. Then we have something in between that is the duty-free, that probably all of you know about them. Then in Italy, in Europe, we have Naima and Etos, that they are national companies. Independent are the point of sales that they are selling fashion, that they are opening also a sort of shopping shop of niche fragrances in order to have a total experience for the customers. Department store is something like El Palazzo de Hierro. In Italy, we have La Rinascente, we have others in Galeries Lafayette, Harrods, that probably you know. Drug stores, we are talking about DM, that is most European, Watson is most Asian, and then e-commerce and social is Amazon, Fair West, whatever, and direct sales is Avon and company like that. In order to have a clear overview of what is the complexity of this beauty world. And we were saying about M&A. So this is really important because in the last month, something was happening. And here we can see the importance of the three main markets. So first one, as we saw before, is US. We are talking about only about a selective market. So we are talking about 19 billion. Then we see China, we are talking about 15 million. And then I took the case of the Italian market, that is 1/7 of the China market. So we are the third market in Europe, more important in the selective market. Talking about groups. The first group in the world, talking about beauty, not only selective, is L'Oréal. They are working the niche selective masstige mass market with a 38.3 billion euro in turnover, of which almost 15 are selective. It's followed by Unilever, that left the selective market, and now they are working only in beauty product, masstige and mass market, with almost 24 billions. The Estée Lauder company, that they are niche and selective only, 16, almost 7, and they are the hugest operator in the US. Now L'Oréal is starting to grab something, but they still in command since ever. Estée Lauder is really a beautiful company, mainly devoted to US. Then there is a Procter & Gamble, like Unilever, they close the selective distribution, and they are focalized in masstige and mass market. We have Shiseido, is mostly skincare, is one of the biggest group with the biggest research in the world. LVMH, when we are talking about the overall company, they are doing almost 80 billion euro, of which 7.7 with niche and selective. Here we are talking about Guerlain, Dior, Givenchy, Acqua di Parma, and so on. Beiersdorf, that they are...
Ricardo, sorry for the interruption again, but we see like blurred your image again.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I don't know why. Let me check if I can do something before. Like this, you can see properly.
Now we can see it.
I'm sorry, all the animation is something that is getting wrong.
Yeah, maybe it's animation. Well, maybe you can send us the presentation and then we can share it with the students.
Okay, for sure, without a problem.
Perfect.
It's really a pity, but trust me. So I'm talking about brands and groups I hope you heard before. So also Beiersdorf, that is caring about La Prairie, is doing more or less 7 billion. Chanel, that is a huge family group that is doing more or less 17 billion euro. And we are talking about 6 billions in, you know what we can do? I go out from the presentation. Like this, you can see. It's better like this.
Yeah, yeah, it's better like this.
Okay, so we go with this. Maybe the video we will see with the other stuff.
Okay, don't worry. Thank you very much, Ricardo.
No, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's increase a little bit. Okay, I think now is more clear.
It's okay, perfect. Thanks, Ricardo.
No, you're welcome. So if we take about the value, most value cosmetic brand, we have L'Oreal, always at the first place. This is L'Oreal Produit Public, so it's mass market. We have Estée Lauder, Nivea, that is owned by Beiersdorf, Gillette, that is mass market, Dove is mass market, Guerlain is a part of LVMH Group, Lancôme is a part of L'Oreal Group, Clinique is a part of Estée Lauder, Pantene is mass market, and Garnier is a part of L'Oreal Group. Then I would like to showcase you briefly what is the Italian market, the overall beauty and personal care. So the leading country is Germany, followed by France and Italy. Then United, Spain, all the other one. And this is the value in change, the percent in change of the prestige beauty in 2022. This means that the beauty in the brick and mortar, in the shops, for the selective channel, the selective distribution is 20%. It was the 2 billion that we were talking about a few seconds ago. Then we have the overall business. In the overall business, not selective, you have in consideration that the 29% is made by skincare, 26% by toiletries, 18% hair care, 15% fragrances and perfumes, and 12% decorative cosmetics. But here we are talking about the overall market, so it's not the selective. If we take only the selective, fragrances are doing more or less the 40% of the market. What else? Here you have the two axes that they are most important in the makeup. We are talking about eyes, so everything is done for the eyes and also for the face, foundation and so on. There is something also that is linked to the new consumer. So to us who is working in the beauty environment, the beauty world, Z-Gen is something that we need to take care, because they have a very, very clear idea on what they want and how it is made. So to them, they wish to have something 100% natural. Is different country from country. So is something changing also in China, because since years ago, this was not a topic, but for the young people, this is very, very important. Then absolutely, it's important that is not damaging the animals, is not tested on animals, so it's cruelty-free, and offers also recycled packaging. So it's important also the nature of the product that don't affect the world, because it's something that they need to survive, and is also made by social responsibility. So it's really important if we would like to have a big increase in the business to take in account the new consumer band, because when we are talking about the generation Gen Z, we are talking about people that they are around 18 years old, so they will be the new consumer in the incoming years. And now is also a new generation that is the youngest, so from 14 years old, and they are more and more involved in this kind of needs. So Gen Z is really take really careful attention to this kind of stuff and give value in a different way from my generation, that is Gen X. So you see that they would like to buy just around at the best value. They want to buy, versus my generation, beauty with a sustainable brands. I would like to stop using beauty brand if I felt that it was not inclusive and socially responsible. This is very important to them. I'm willing to pay more for high quality beauty product. So here we are at the same. Only premium brand products are truly effective. This is less important for them, because they also know that also natural product that they becoming very important. I only buy beauty product on promotion discount is something that is not very important to them. This is the key point that the companies are taking care, because as I said before, they will be the new consumer for the future. Innovation in the spot. Some slide before we talk about M&A. Something that it was really booming to us, really astonishing to us, was the last acquired by Kering, that they paid almost 3.5 billion for Creed. That is one of the oldest fragrances company that we know, and is something very important because they was bought by 14 times the turnover. Creed is doing more or less 250 million euro in a year, and they paid 3.5 billion. This is incredible, because if we take in consideration that Kering buy also the 30% of Valentino, and if we take in consideration that Valentino is doing more or less, they pay 1.7 billion, so 4 times the turnover of Valentino. What else? Finance is very important, because this company, Kering, paid the acquisition, issuing a bond in order to pay this kind of brand. So finance and beauty start to be really connected in order to be financial. Other opportunity, we were talking about new brands that are coming. Kylie Jenner and also Kim Kardashian, they build up companies years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago. And you can see the quotation of this company, 600 million, 1 billion. It's something that is booming. It's something that is unbelievable. It's something really astonishing, this kind of market. But I would like also to briefly talk about fragrances in order to let you know how the fragrances works, because the fragrance is something that is your second skin, and you use probably one fragrance for the day, one fragrance for the evening. And it's not the same from the starting point when you spray the fragrance till the day after. So we are talking at the beginning for a fragrance pyramid that take in account all the accord of the fragrances. And we are talking about a top note is the smell that you perceive after within the 2 hours when you spray, the heart note between 2 hours and 8 hours, and the bottom note is something that you can perceive the day after in the pullover or in the jacket that you are wearing in the day after. Only to showcase what is the top note, Top note are all the notes that they are very fresh. So we are talking about agrums, lemon, orange, pompelmus, and so on, something very fresh. In the note di cuore, we call in Italy heart note, there is something that is fruity dark, floral, lavender, powder, sweet, that is lasting in the fragrance. And in the end, we have all the wood, the leather, the tobacco that is more heavy, like parfum, and will last more. So since the beginning to the end, you will have always the topic note that will last, but the biggest that you perceive is the note di fondo, the basis note, that is something that will last for several days. But a perfume is made for sure by the nose, for sure for the artisan that has the idea, 30% for the fragrance house, and 60% for the marketing research. Because, once upon a time, we had the opportunity to have this kind. I hope that at the video, you can see the video. And please, Fatima, tell me if you can see the video. This is how the fragrance was made in the past. So it's a short video with a friend.
We only see black. Ah, yes, it's perfect. Yes, we can
And
see.
now also the sound has to arrive.
Just the sound.
So this guy is a master nose that has a young guy that is saying, I would like to provide you a new perfume. And this is something, the sound we tested before.
Quanto amore e psiche devo fare?
So he was asking to provide the opportunity to have amore e psiche. And at that time, the fragrance was very, very expensive. So for this taste, this master nose said, okay, please do in this bottle, but be careful.
Dovete permettermi di farlo a modo mio.
I would like to try and to do by my way. And you see what is the reaction about the old man who was working with
Non
Alambico.
versare quello, è alcol puro. Puoi far saltare in aria il palazzo.
This is alcohol, and was a little bit scary because it
Ho
was booming in the
misurato
past.
prima di usarlo.
And have a look at how it's working. With all the senses in a new way. I would suggest you to have a look at this film because it's very interesting. You really perceive it's a little bit strong, I tell you before, but you can perceive what is a perfume, what is giving you.
No, smettila, fermo, basta! Tu non sai niente. Gli oli essenziali si devono sempre miscelare per primi, poi si aggiunge l'alcol e mai e poi mai un profumo va agitato con quell'energia. Sono stato un folle ad aver ascoltato i tuoi vaneggiamenti.
È pronto.
It's ready.
Mamma mia. E amore e psiche.
So this was the past. Now we are working with other instruments. This photo showcases you Mr. Villoresi, that is an artisan perfumer that in Italy is very well known, is one of the first that was starting this niche market, and he is working like the young guy with because he understands what is the outcome with the several notes and provide a wonderful, wonderful fragrances. But I was mentioning at the beginning the artificial intelligence that now is something that is supporting the new fragrance, even and also because every year we have more or less 400, 500 new fragrances. So it's very difficult to mix and match fragrances with notes. So we need also a suggestion from companies. So this is the video that was made by IBM and this company. And you can see what is the artificial intelligence can do. Sunrise is one of the hugest company production.
The first AI-powered perfumer assistant. A revolutionary technology made with perfumers, for perfumers, to unleash creativity and explore new territories. A tool building bridges between nature and science, art and technology, intuition and prediction. Already incorporating more than 3.5 million formula and 2,000 raw materials. Filera's algorithm keeps learning continuously and adapts to each and every unique perfumer's needs, becoming day by day more rapid, more creative, and more sustainable. When inspiration meets intuition, where data meets artistic instinct. Filera.
So we talked about market size. We could talk about how the fragrance is made. So the pyramid, the top note, heart note, and bottom note. And now we are moving to the future because we are talking about AE and what is doing for the beauty AD. So is helping and supporting in all these kind of rules. So in production, in recommendation, in virtual try-in. So it's very important in skincare because you can simulate how is it working, the makeup, and also the skincare in your skin. Obviously, in marketing, in advertising, is also suggesting some mix and match with the fragrances that we just saw the video. Also in the supply chain is really important. The customer engagement, because there are some chatbots that answer to your question and provide you the best experience that you can have by video, by an artificial intelligence, even if the personal and the in vivo experience still remain the first topic when you want to talk and want to try a new perfume in your skincare, because you need to feel on your skin. As you know, the same perfume that you try and your friend is trying is different, the outcome, because it's changing with your skin, with your pH. So you need to feel and to feed your curiosity in order to check if it could be your second skin. So, and then research innovation, safety and compliance. But at the end of the day, always we need the support of the humans, because the humans are real and they understand what is happening, what the sense and what kind of experience the skincare or the makeup or the fragrance is giving to is similar. There is also the opportunity to work with the NFC. So this was made by Redo, and it was creating a sort of cloud when you are working in FD in your, how do you say, Mini-Me. It was creating the aura and was the smelling of the perfume. So I don't know if you can see, I'm try to get in internet. The video is really Can you see Byredo? This is the area that is getting in your Mini-Me and is following you in SmartWorld or in whatever you are looking for. This was the first fragrance in FT made by RT FKT.
Okay, we can only see your presentation, and the image that is.
Anyway, I explained it's nothing else that you can see, you can perceive this kind of aura in your how do you say, when you get in this kind of opportunity to be in the, not in the real world, there is your Mini-Me inside that is getting this aura just behind you. And this is the NFT perfume that was made by Byredo. If you want to see, you can scout on Instagram. I'm sorry for the connection, but I was sure. Then we have SG, that is very important for the new generation, because if we take in consideration, I hope you know Chanel, they did the last makeup in glass, something that you cannot break, is something that is reusable, is something that you cannot waste. So it's something that is durable. Because in the cosmetic, in the beauty, we are using a lot of plastic, and this is damaging the world. So the first company, as is Chanel, is starting to do so, and believe that a lot of companies will follow this kind of example. This will cost a little bit more, but we can save the world. Another example is some days ago, the European Commission banned all this kind of microplastic, because as you know, we find that this microplastic also in the ocean. A lot of fishes are full of this kind of microplastic. And we try also with the beauty to be very sensitive and to not use this kind of stuff. And slowly we move in all the segment in order to reduce or completely stop with this kind of products. Exclusive experience. Another word that is really a strong linked to the beauty environment is the hotellerie. Hotels and travel is something that will become really huge, because we are talking that in 2033, it will achieve about $15 trillion. So it's a huge number, where the beauty will have a very huge importance, because it's the end of the experience. When you land in a beautiful hotel, you want to be very calm, soft, and live an exclusive experience. And this is provided by the food, and also with the spa and the personalized service. A lot of chain of hotels are asking to the big companies of beauty to provide them special protocols of spa treatments or special products that you can find only in their chain of hotel. So this is giving you a better level of service. The final customer is something that could be cocooned with special product, special protocols. And moreover, we find new job title. Now exists the customer experience manager. Is someone that is totally devoted to find and to discover the best way to make you happy for your staying in this hotel. So the world and also the next future will change also the rules of the managers and the people that are hired by the company, because as you've seen, artificial intelligence and also new variety of consumer needs also to provide new managers and new people that they are providing new services and new way to do business. So now we try, I will end my presentation, the business model versus the brand notoriety. We have three ways to make business. The first one is direct, and you do this kind of direct distribution if you have a very strong brand or you are a big group, because you manage from the starting point to the end, to the final consumer, all the DNA, the products. Then there is the artistic or independent distributors. that is made by the niche fragrance. And the last but not the least is the licensing environment that is probably for the time being is still the most important in terms of value. So here we can take two examples. First one is LVMH, that it was the first that built up the beauty division, perfume and cosmetic division, will insert all the property brands. And they have a lot of subsidiaries where they distribute all these kind of brands. And when the licensing agreement for several brands will expiring, they will take on board. And this will make LVMH one group that has a very huge distribution with probably the more important brands in fragrances for the time being in terms of volume. The same is doing Kering Beauty since February. They established the Kering Beauty division, where they have at the time being some brands like Balenciaga and others, but they are missing Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent, that they are belong to L'Oreal, the first with the Yves Saint Laurent, and Gucci is distributed by Coty. What will happen in the next future, I don't know, but I'm quite sure that they will take on board in order to have our own distribution, in order to check it, to control the DNA of the brand in terms of giving value at the brand, and also provide more services to the end consumer, and also for having more margin with this kind of product. The last one that was doing the same idea is Richemont Financière, Société Financière, that is own Cartier and others, that build up the laboratoire, the haute parfumerie et beauté. This is the one that will have also Daniel and other perfume that in the coming future they will insert in their division, I suppose, and they will buy other brands in order to grow also in this kind of opportunity. The second example, as we said before, is Louis Vuitton, that is distributed only in his retail, because he has the opportunity to develop more the DNA of the brand, to be recognized in this kind of field. I don't know if you know, but they are starting to open the first hotel in Champs-Élysées, Paris, and they probably will open the first spa of Louis Vuitton. So they will move from the axis of fragrances also in the skincare. You see, little, but it's not little, also Chanel, that is probably the only brand that is distributed by themselves, and they are doing very, very, very well, because they are so strong, they are committed, and they are well recognized in the luxury environment. The second field that we will examine is the niche perfumery. In this case, all the niche perfumery like Penhaligon, Creed, Diptyque, and what else, they started in this segment since 20 years ago, because the selective perfumery was overcrowded, and the small perfumery was they cannot support the figure and the turnover and the target that the company was imposing them. So they switch with the high customers that they had at the time with this kind of niche perfumery. Was a great success, but today, even in this market, is overcrowded, because we assist at 100 new launches every year. And this kind of distribution cannot support this kind of turnover of the brand, because they do not have enough customers. There is not a lot of sellout of this product due to the exclusivity, the prices, and also of the target basis, because the target basis are the rich people that they cannot buy every month one fragrances. So the fragrances will last 3 or 4 months, because it is very concentrated. And so also the turnover rate, the sellout of the product is a little bit declining. There is also another competition that was started for the previous companies, so the selective companies like Dior, Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, that they started for a new target products that they are very selective perfumery, that they are sold in a few limited distribution in perfumery department store in general, or in their retail, in order to provide a better service, higher quality, and also high level of price and brand image. The last one that we take in consideration is the licensing, that I love most, because here you have all the entire chain of the fragrances. As we told before, Yves Saint Laurent is part of the L'Oréal group, but the fashion is owned by Kering. And here we have a funny history because Yves Saint Laurent, if you can see in the fashion, they lose the Y because the creative director was saying that he want to have a new brand, more trendy, more young, so was called on Saint Laurent. With the fragrances, L'Oréal said, no, I'm so sorry, you cannot move the Y because we have other problem. We have a problem of trade registration because we are fragrances, and also counterfeiting is very important to us. We cannot move. No, you have to. They said, no, it's important to have a very strong brand also in the fragrances. Yves Saint Laurent is very strong in the fashion, but not so strong in the fragrances. Another case is Giorgio Armani. It's a long-lasting relationship with the same distributor as Yves Saint Laurent, L'Oréal, where Giorgio Armani is giving the direction of the fragrances and L'Oréal follow the brand, because the strongest of the fragrances of Armani is something very huge. With Acqua di Gio and others, they are very leading the market. So this is the history. And if you know, is the latest agreement in license that is lasting till 2015. This means that I hope that Mr. Giorgio Armani will live till 115 years old. But anyway, it's a very beautiful agreement, license agreement. In this case, we have two actors, two main actors. The first one is the owner of the brand that we call licensor. And the second one is the man in duty that knows about the market, like L'Oréal, somehow also Estée Lauder, and others, that they know about the market and they are called licensee. So the fashion house is the licensor and they are the licensee that they knows about the market. A lot of brands like Versace, Burberry, one in the oldest time also Dolce & Gabbana, they open the distribution for the first time with a licensee. They make a very good result. Because of Versace, we are talking about 500,000 million euro in turnover about the fragrances, and over 1 billion with the fashion. Burberry is the same. They are doing billions in fashion and also 100 of million in fragrances. Dolce & Gabbana has a different history because they started with a licensee that was the same licensee of Versace. Then they went to Procter. Then they moved to Shiseido Group. And in the end, since 1 year ago, they started their own distribution. They did well. Who knows? We will see in the incoming year. And the same, we will see what happened with L'Oréal and also Coty against Kering Beauty, because as we said before, L'Oréal is taking care about Yves Saint Laurent, and Coty is taking care about Gucci till 2028. So I'm at the end of the presentation. I hope it was clear. Something is really important to understand that this kind of segment is changing due to the situation, the environment, the market, the consumer, the new consumer, that is the Generation Z, that has a different idea from the past. And we need to adapt this kind of business model. Because the last that I can showcase you is something that the human resources are looking for. Because if you take in consideration two examples, the product manager was the man involved in marketing, okay? So he was planning for the new launches, he was planning ABV in the past, and was following of the trend about marketing research. Now, with all the big data that are available, he's also an analyst. He's also using the psychology because he needed to develop a product that is not stopping only in the selling, so from the production to the distribution, like Sephora, Palazzo de Hierro, but is someone that need also to think how to sell it from the Palacio de Hierro to the final consumer. And this is really important to understand that the sellout is the key word, is the driver for the success of the product. And also the license manager, because you can license everything. You see, you can license also the fragrance in IT. So it's something that is in the social side, is something that is unbelievable. So if you want to play the role of license manager, you need to be something that know about everything. For the registration, for the jungle of regulation, but even the marketing, the distribution, the commercial side, and so on. So this is the idea that we held with the Istituto Marangoni, that for the third millennium, we need to create a new generation of managers. And this is our idea. I hope the presentation was nice. I leave you some suggestion if you want to know more about the world of fragrances in order to have a deep knowledge. Most of them, they are in English, so you can easily have a look. I will send the presentation so you can have also this presentation. Please keep it privileged and confidential because there are some pictures that we can use only internal. And those are the quotation I would like. I hope to write it in the proper way. Gracias por tu atención. Thank you very much for your time. I'm here if you have some question. I will be more than happy to answer, to give you.
Thank you for you. Thank you, Ricardo.
My pleasure.
Gracias a todos también por escucharnos. Ahora leeré algunas preguntas para Ricardo. Recuerden que la manera es que, bueno, hay un apartado en el que ustedes pueden poner sus preguntas y sus respuestas. Bueno, de parte de Audrey Peña, Ricardo, what do you think are the main things skills beauty brands look for in new faces to work at their companies?
It depends what you wish to do, because the company, they are looking for new roles, as we were explaining before. If we were talking about marketing since 20 years ago is totally changed, because at the beginning you were planning below the line and above the line. Now you need to talk with social, so it's very important, the influencer, the blogger, the actress, because if you take in consideration the power of the social community, if we take in consideration Kendall Jenner, that if I do not get wrong, she has almost 200 million of followers, you can imagine how you can sell with this kind of roster of consumer. Maybe if even you can sell to the 1% of this kind of roster, we are talking about 200,000 people that they want to buy your products. So the social manager become more and more very important because he understands this kind of mentality and how to promote the products with this kind of people, this kind of influencer, this kind of people that take this kind of power.
Thank you, Ricardo. Well, from Maria said, amazing presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Do you have other question, chicos? Guys, ¿algo más que quieran preguntar? No?
Anyway, if you have you need more information, for sure with the Incontro Creativo, you saw my email. I will be more than happy to answer it to your question also in the next days.
I think everything was very clear and amazing, really. A lot of information. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All the people said thank you. In Spanish, muchas gracias por la ponencia, muy interesante.
Yo hablo un poquito de español, ma.
Muchas,
no
grazie
más.
mille. Muchas gracias por...
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, en verdad, Ricardo. La verdad es que sí nos diste un contenido de mucho valor.
Gracias.
Gracias a todos.
Thank you so much. Fatima, thank you so much for your time. It was really nice. I
It was
appreciate
a
it.
pleasure.
No, really, really. Thank you so much. I hope we will have other chances. Ah, grazie mille. There was also a thank you in Italian. Nice.
Ajá.
Okay. So, see you next time. If you
See
come
you
in Italy,
soon. I hope see you
okay.
soon.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye bye.
Good evening.